Hey guys, welcome to another Sorted George Garage with me, Julian. Today we've got a bit of a special one for you because we're going to be fitting another carb to the New Yorker, which has just been rebuilt by my mate Chris over on his channel, SwedeMachine. Banging. And here she is, Carter AVS. I think these were put on like the 440s from about 68 through 72, 73, which this is what this would have had. But obviously, as I've said before, I don't like the size of that Holley that's on there. It's actually a 770 CFM. I think it's a little bit too big. So, while chatting with Chris, we've come up with the idea about doing a joint video. Cheeky little link here. If you go up there and click that one, you'll actually see this baby here being rebuilt by him over on his channel, SwedeMachine. Now she's turned up, let's go and fit her. Tell you what, before we do that, do you recognise these? These 14 little beauties? If not, how about them? Yeah, you've guessed it. She leaked again. This time, obviously, the instant gasket didn't work. Either that or it didn't work with the other gasket that I used. But hey, it is what it is. Never mind. Obviously, I couldn't get this right. But never mind. It is what it is. I've gone and bought myself one of them. It's this one's a little bit deeper. And it's also got the sump plug on it. So that little baby is going to go on now with a new gasket and a new filter. So hopefully we won't have any leaks. Sorted. Okay, new filter on. Let's put the pan on. Here we go. And there she is done. Nice new transmission pan and filter. Let's hope it don't leak. If it does, it does. We'll have to sort it out if it happens. Sorted, George. Banging. Right, let's fit this carb, shall us? Obviously, first thing that's got to come off is the carb. But before we do anything else, I know it's factory, but I don't like it. It's got to go. Is this bungee? Good God. Sorted, George. Right, throttle cable. Is the return spring for the throttle. Through you go. Vacuum. Off you come. Right. 4 times ½ inch bolts. There she goes. Banging. Right. Now she's clean. Let's put on the carb. Here we go. Sorted, George. Right, before we start, just so that you are aware, when you set up a new carb or a different carb or whatever else, obviously it needs to be set up to your car. Now, what you've got here, you see this little square down there showing, okay, that and that. There's your transfer slots. Now, that square is all you need to show, because as they start to open it, you see you're opening up one of the other valves and what's name's there, you see it on the left hand side just over here, okay? But when she's fully closed and sat ticking over, etc., that's how it's going to be. That is all you need, just a little square. And then obviously once you start accelerating, then things start opening up, etc. But just on tick over, just needs to be a square. Also, your mixture screws, what you do is you turn these in just until they seat. You don't have to screw them in hard or anything like that, because you mess up the end up against the aluminium casing. But just so that they're right the way in and just touching, then you back them out 1.5 turns on either side. That way then, that'll be your carb set up to get you running on the engine that you're putting it on, and then obviously you can fine tune it, whether you use a vacuum gauge or whether you use your ear, etc. You can then fine tune it to your engine. So, but that's what you do just to start off with. Right, let's put her on. Sort of, George, banging. When Chris sent over the Carb, he also sent over the like automatic choke setup, and they're held in place with a 3/8 bolt. Also, when you put the new Carb on, I've got the original base gasket here, but obviously I've got another new gasket on top, which is good. That's fine. This is seated to this particular inlet manifold. Perfect. That will be fine. I'm not going to get any vacuum leaks through that. The bigger the base gasket you use, the better, because it will help stop like heat sink and like boiling your fuel, etc. Right, let's bring this one on. Sorted, George. Right, that'll do, donkey. That'll do. Also, what we got to put on is the linkage for the throttle cable, which goes through the like accelerator arm bit here, and it's a 1/2 inch and a 7/16 nut. Right, whilst messing about with that, I've also decided to change over the vacuum canister, because on the last one the actual canister itself wasn't working, so if you were to suck on that, nothing would happen. But now, if you're watching here, suck on this one, there you go. At least the vacuum advance is going to work now. So that's that done. Right, let's just put this back together. Right, that's that done. Now that we've changed over the Carb and got off that monster, we now have room for a coil bracket, because the Holley was coming right out here and I just could not put this anywhere. So at least now we've got room for a coil bracket, so let's put that on. Sorted, George. Right, that's on. And what I've done, I've just left enough slack on this just so that I can move this, twist it and move it, so that I can get to my mixture screws, and obviously when I put the vacuum on as well. So, right, sorted, George, banging. That's that job jobbed. Right, I think, to be fair, we should be dropping tools everywhere. Right, let's do that again, shall we? I think we should be good to go. We've got the clip on the automatic choke. To adjust it, what you do is just put a tiny little flathead down in that hole in there. Basically in there is a flathead screw, and if I can find it, hang on, there it is, gotcha. Right, and literally all you do is just twist it slightly and she will open and close just with a slight turn. Right, I think we're about ready to fire her up. Did you spot the deliberate mistake? No, I didn't either. I had the fuel filter up round the wrong way. Well done if you spotted it, because I didn't. Right, let's just fill up the bowls, as you do. Give this old girl a fighting chance. Give her a bit of a splash in there, as you do. Lovely. Right, let's get that sit out the way somewhere. One on there. Let's give it a go. Well, she's running. Now we can sort out the timing. I think now that this vacuum advance is working, the timing is way out. Definitely. Right, I'll tell you what we do. Let's just loosen off the bolt on the clamp for the distributor, and then yeah, I can give that a twist while she's trying to run. Right, back with you in a second. Ideally want to be warm for this, but let's get her warm, eh? Let's just adjust that idle screw a second, won't be long. Just gonna let her warm up. I'll be back within a second. I've just had the biggest backfire come out from there, from the front two that I have ever seen in my life. Do you like the new hairstyle? Look, singed or what? Did that make me jump or what? Right, let's crack on, shall we? Right, let's give the old carb a bit of a tune now. Sort with George, banging. Right guys, a quick change of plan here. We've had, I don't know if you heard on the last one there just a minute ago, we've had a tractor out here all afternoon. So what I've been doing is I've taken the valve covers off, giving them a clean, making sure everything's okay, and I got some new cork gaskets to go on because she was leaking along the bottom of both covers. So yeah, so let me just get these back on again, and then maybe we can crack on for tuning the carb. Sort of, George, banging. I'm using the Felpro cork gaskets on this one, so right, let's put them in. Here we go. On you go. That's it. Give it a wobble. There you go. That's sat nicely. Lovely. Oh. The fun of having a 440. Still, at least it's in a C body, not in a B body. Huh. Can you imagine if it was in an A body? Holy shit. Lovely, I'm happy. Right. Put everything back together now. And that's the part number for the Felpro gaskets if you want it. VS13379. Sort of, George. Banging. Okay, she's warmed up. I'm just having a tweak with the mixture screw. sorted, George. Right, I think that's the timing a bit better. Lovely. Right. Right, guys, I'm going to call it there on this video. We've got her running nice and sweet now. She's got new vacuum canister for the distributor for the timing, so that's good. Obviously, we got a new transmission pan on as well, so that's good. We got no leaks on that one. What else? Well, yeah, basically she's running sweet. Timing's nice. If you want to see what car the actual carburetor came from, check out this cheeky little link here, and you'll see it. Also, please go over and check out SwedeMachine. My mate Chris, he's got some good stuff going on over there, as well as obviously rebuilding this carb. Guys, thanks ever so much for watching as well. I do appreciate it. Like, share, subscribe if you wouldn't mind. That really would help the channel grow. And I'll see you on the next one. It's Sorted George Garage. Banging. Noisy bastard.